Alright, starting recording.
Hello and welcome to the Avatar campaign. This is something that we wanted to do, Avatar Legends, and then, this is going to be kind of our own twist on the lore of it, because in this world, long ago, when the Four Nations lived in harmony, there was an Avatar named Avatar Korra. But unfortunately, she had died in a battle between Vaatu and Rava, where another being had formed with Vaatu, and balance was broken, along with Rava's spirit, which ended the Avatar line. Unfortunately, years pass, with chaos, destruction, all that you can imagine falling apart, society itself collapsing, technology regressing. So now, we live in a simpler time. Technology is not quite as advanced. It's been buried. It's been ruined. Different ideas have been starting to pop up now. A new hope has arrived. Things have been changing. Winds feel different. Different spirits have been showing up. Is it on the verge of chaos? Or is it the start of something, a new era? One way to find out. Hunter, describe your character for me.
Alright.
You.
You!
Oh boy, here we go. I am playing Miki. I am a waterbender with typical waterbender attire. I'm a little scruffy, a little small. I am very much. I have dark hair, a small ruffled ponytail in the back. I guess is that a ponytail?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Hair bun kind
She
of
has
thing.
blue eyes. She's very timid, very nervous, small child, and she's accompanied with a I don't know if it's a small one or a large one.
It's like a cub, I think.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
probably. So it's
Still
probably
kind of like medium size, like a dog.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were going with
Yeah.
a leopard-sized one or if we were going with an owl-sized one.
Yeah.
The answer is neither.
Both, maybe. Potentially a leopard size later.
Fair enough. I have an owl leopard.
Do you have a name for her, or?
It's a him actually.
Oh, him. Oh, perfect.
His name is Tai Lung.
Tai Lung. Oh my god. Amazing. Oh, and you're an idealist, yes?
Yeah. I have recently. I think I boarded a ship, didn't I?
Yeah, a fishing ship. You kind of feel...
Is it like earthbending or firebending, or is it like...
Give me a roll, actually. Let's see. You will roll 2 of your dice.
Where are my dice?
Table right?
You had it, didn't you? Because I handed it to you.
Oh yeah, right here.
There you go. 2 your dice. Just kind of an observation roll.
Do I roll
So-
my creativity, focus, harmony, or passion?
This would be, this would be an observation roll, so you will roll with,
One of the stats.
probably focus.
Oh, I am not very focused. Attention span, go burr.
Right.
Well, that's a attention span, go burr.
That's a 4.
No, that's a 3 total.
That's
I
a
have
3 total, minus 1. So that will, you kind of like squint outside of it, and then, you can't really tell if you're where you're headed, let alone what kind of ship this is. Are you already in a barrel? Oh, you kind of, where are you hiding in this?
I am hiding in a.
Oh yeah.
There is a.
Advanced maneuvers. The ones
That would be advanced stuff, so I don't think we have. Well,
It's the ones that I can't remember. This is the one that are specifically tied to the playbooks and stuff. So I can't remember. That one's just.
yeah, that was just given to you because it's just with advance and attack.
Yeah. Okay.
when you-
That's what I thought. Because I feel like that's just the one that you can't like multi-class.
No,
from what I
that
remember
one, yeah.
looking through.
Yeah, you
I
can
am
have that.
hiding in a barrel, probably full of cabbages.
Amazing. You're like, all right, you just have you been eating the cabbage? Or actually, I think Tai Lung has already been like chomping down on the cabbages. Just
Do owls eat plants actually?
it's probably not healthy for them. He's just chewing on it just for the fun of it, kind of like a cat-like behavior, you know, of just like crunchy.
Probably not good for you.
Yeah, you're like, please don't.
Probably,
You try to stop him, just or just let him.
I kind of let him just.
Just
do it
let
for
him
now.
chew.
I just let him just so long as it keeps him entertained, you know.
Right. He's like chewing on this, and then eventually, like 20 minutes later, you hear.
No. No.
And he throws up an owl pellet.
It's like, what kind of mix of animals is this? Like a rat bug.
Like a rat bug?
I don't know.
But
Turtle rat.
Total rat. He just like hawks up a pellet on you, and you're just like,
And now I have to. I'm just like, maybe no one will notice. I flick it. I try to flick it elsewhere in the little barrel.
Hey, what's that? And you hear as somebody lifts the top of the barrel that you guys are on.
I flinch like a small in headlights.
What are you doing here? What the hell? As Tai Lung like kind of smacks at or like angrily puffs up beside you, protectively. How do you react?
I'm like, well, you see, sir, she starts stuttering.
Mm-hmm. Just not no answer, just kind of staring. Not gonna try to trick or.
Not trying to trick. Like, she doesn't know what she should be doing. She is like startled. She is like frightened.
Kind of frozen. All right, let's see. The fisherman kind of like is like very bewildered. And you notice he has kind of like an Earth Kingdom garb, like it's not really an outfit. He's not a soldier. He's just a fisherman, or a merchant. He could be a fisherman. He kind of smells like fish, but he just is like, what are you? What the heck are you? Did you stow away here? How long have you been in that barrel?
Please, sir, there's been an attack in the Water Kingdom. I had to run away.
Oh gosh. Well, we're too far from the guy's kind of grumbling to himself and being very frustrated. Give me another roll.
Do
with
I have
harmony.
To do harmony. Okay. All right, that is a 10. That's
very good. The merchant believes your story. He's kind of like feels really, he pities you, but like not in like a kind of way, but like he genuinely feels bad. And he's like, okay, well, get out of the cabbages. We're too far from. Do you need to go back? Like where?
No,
okay.
I can't go back.
Anywhere else.
Okay, all right. Well, we stop in a few days. We've already been traveling for a whole day. To go back would be useless anyway, so I guess we'll let you off on the next stop.
Thank you. I hug.
Oh, he's like, oh, okay,
No.
all right.
No hugs.
All right. And he just kind of pats you on the head and kind of goes, and he's like, has your leopard been eating my cabbages?
He's just chewing on it. He's just playing with it.
Oh, like that's better. And he kind of lets. He's like,
I tried to hide the pellet.
You like throw it overboard.
I throw it deeper into the cabbage pit.
He doesn't notice. He's just like, okay, well, fine, all right. Let's get you some actual food besides cabbages. And
Alright,
he kind of lets you inside.
one thing I found, looks like we do raise one of the stats by one at start.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, like just for
Whichever balance you want.
the.
Yeah.
I
So
think
you
I
won't
might-
start in the middle. You would start either here or.
No, I meant these.
Oh,
Like you
okay.
pick one of those and raise it up one.
Oh,
Like,
perfect.
basically for character variety, it looks like.
Okay, perfect.
I'll go with one extra harmony.
Cool. Make it 2. 2 harmony. So you like extra success with that guy.
So I'm gonna be extra
extra harmonious.
I'm going to be like the small that keeps it all together.
Perfect. All right. And then he kind of the rest of the voyage is pretty chill. It's pretty uneventful, and he's kind of you found out that his name is Jericho.
Jericho.
Jericho, yeah.
Okay.
Jericho. And so Jericho's kind of like listening to your tale, and he kind of like I don't know if you want to share much, but
Sure, I'll explain. It was a normal day in the water tribe. I've been having. Actually, I shouldn't probably go too far in the details, but
he's like, of course.
you see, there were raiders that came, and they started fires. There was blood. They started. I had to run away just to get by, and I kept running until. Oh, but then when I started running, and they started catching up to me. I don't know how to explain it, but something happened. Something horrible happened, and they were but the people chasing me, they were ash.
Ash?
It's
Like the people themselves, or?
They were burning.
And then we're going to go back, and you are with your father on a boat. This is months before.
It's not the same boat.
Not the same boat. A very different boat. And you are on the water. It's very icy. You remember you had your hood up. You had like a cloak that your father just kind of handed off to you. It's like it's your father's jacket. He just kind of gave it to you. And you're helping him hunt. He's like, okay, are you sure you didn't want to talk to me about the past couple days? You've been acting kind of weird. Not weird. Weird's a weird word. Weird's a weird word. I just been a little concerned about you. You've been a little distant.
She has a thing where she tends to stutter a lot, which is how I'm justifying my own stutters.
Felt.
I've been fine. I've just been. I can really feel her anxiety.
Yeah. He's like, okay, well, okay, if you're fine, then I won't pressure you about it. Hey, look, you want to help me get the net? And
yeah.
And he starts kind of grabbing it. You want to roll?
All right.
And you'll roll with passion, as I'll say.
All right, that is a 5.
A 5? Cool.
Plus.
No, that's 5 total.
5 total. Oh, okay.
Checking.
Yeah, you almost get like dragged into the water with this. You would take a fatigue, technically.
It's out of combat. Fatigue is
Right.
maybe meaningless. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true. Because you take a mental fatigue. You don't write that down, but you're exhausted from the fish.
Where do I write my fatigues?
How many total fatigues?
It's something like 5, right?
I think it's like you can have 5 total fatigues, but it restarts every interaction with within a battle. So I'll just write like a little.
Fatigue 100.
I'll just do that.
Let's see.
Hey.
But your dad kind of pulls you back, and he's like, on the expense of the net, and he's just kind of holding you by the scruff, like pulling you back.
Holding me up by the hood.
Yep, fatigue's 5.
Oh, yep, he totally pulls you up. You got a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got.
Sorry
11.
about the net. I guess I'm not as strong as I think I am.
It's like, oh, come on now. That was a fucking crazy fish. Ignore what I said.
What does?
No. That was a crazy fish. Hey, let's go back home. We've got enough fish. And
Alright, so
You guys-
so fatigue, it starts at 5. It looks like it clears like when you rest. So
Hey, Dad.
some degree of, if you're sleeping well, you rest all of it. If you're sleeping on like the cold hard ground, you only get some of it back.
Perfect.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course, Snowflake. What's up?
Oh, Snowflake, that's so cute. I've been having... Things have been strange recently.
Yeah.
It's been... I don't
He's like,
know
right.
how to define it, really. I've been... It's... Things have been acting a little weirdly around me. The water's been acting strange. The water's been... like, almost seeming to move on its own.
Oh, that must be there. Oh, my goodness, this is great. I think that you're a waterbender.
Do you really think so?
I know so. That's what your sister, like, her powers kind of started a little earlier than yours, but that description, that's exactly what she was experiencing.
You really think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think, we'll have to get you into waterbending training. I think, this is fantastic. Your mother will love to hear this.
You really think so? So it's
Absol-
normal for, like, also, weird thing, there was a moment where little embers started to appear in the water.
Strange. That might have been some debris in the water, but here, let's go talk with your mother about it. She's the waterbender, not me, but, here, let's start. And he kind of freezes. His voice kind of drops as he's looking behind you, kind of over your head. And he's like, we need to go. We need to, here, grab the oars.
Dad, is something wrong?
No. Just keep going. And then he starts rowing, and you start to roll. Or actually, I won't let you roll. Make you roll for this. Do you kind of look behind yourself, or kind of towards?
I look around anxiously.
You start seeing smoke above a glacier, where you know, and your dad knows, is kind of the location of your village.
Oof.
And he starts rowing, and he's kind of going, like, usually he tries to go in pace with you. Not today. He is hauling that canoe.
I try to match his pace, even though I'm, like, probably not quite as experienced.
Go for it. Roll with focus. Ooh, pretty good.
Alright, that is a 9.
Yeah, you manage to keep his pace, and you don't take any fatigue. But you are not as strong as your dad, but with the adrenaline you start to feel, you start going. And then you turn the glacier corner, and you see fire in the distance, and he's like, I'm going to get your mother. He kind of parks a little away from the village, and he goes, stay here. He kind of grabs your shoulders. He's like, stay here. I'm going to get everybody out. Stay. Unless if you see somebody that's not me, run. And he gets out, and he starts running into the village.
At first I start to stay, but then I look around very anxiously, like, wondering where my siblings are. And I kind of wander into the village, like, trying to, like, see if I can find them.
Alright. Roll.
This is getting good.
Right? I'll make you roll. Do you try to sneak into the village, or just kind of go?
I go.
Just go. Cool.
See if I can find anybody.
Right.
I run.
Alright, let's see.
I run almost sneakily, but not quite.
Right.
But I think the panic makes me not.
Alright. You, hear somebody. It's not your... Actually, roll for me, please.
What do I roll?
Focus. Again.
Ooh. What is that?
6. That's a 6.
Alright, so that is 7.
7. You don't recognize it as your sibling's voice, but it's definitely someone from your village. And they're like, ah! Like, you shouting, running, and then you hear someone burst out from one of the tents, one of the ice igloo buildings you have, and you see this big, large, foreboding man, and he has a polar bear skin over him. The face of the bear is still intact over his head as a hood, He's got like teeth of shark bones and other sorts of animals as a necklace. And you see him looking around, and he turns towards you. Do you try? What do you do?
I run.
Run! Sprint! Roll for me. Roll. I'll say roll. Passion.
Run.
Run. 5, 6, 7.
8.
8. So you start sprinting. You don't fall. You don't take a fatigue. You just start going. And you hear shouts behind you. Do you try to run like deeper in the village, outside the village, away?
I'm trying to look through the village, trying to call out for my siblings. I'm
Alright.
calling out their names.
You start calling everybody by names. You start running. There's like so much commotion. That guy.
Oh, I can feel it.
He is very on your heels, but you are just spry enough to like this man. Clearly made for hunting and raiding.
I don't
Not
wanna
as fast as a little child with anxiety.
Apparently he's carrying too much shit.
Right? Exactly. He's over encumbered. And you start sprinting. You running
Quick
for
before
your
he gets on the
siblings.
horse and performs the glitch,
Right.
Skyrim glitch.
Right. Run. Go. And I'm going to roll one more time. You do not see your siblings anywhere. You're shouting out. Another guard sees you, or not guard, but another raider sees you. What do you do when you see the second one? Still keep running?
Yeah, I'm
Rolling it for passion.
trying to run like a little. I'm like, this is a horrible. I'm like confused. Alright. That is a 10.
Nice! 10! You keep sprinting, you're like evading and like dodging, and these guys are like, hey, get back here! He's like, come here!
I have never experienced anything like this in my life.
Yeah,
I am
no.
fucking horrified.
As you turn a corner, you feel something. Let me try that again. Oh. You feel something snatch you by the hood and pull you aside.
That hood's
Cover
gonna be
your
my,
mouth.
my worst enemy, isn't it?
Do you want to roll to look at them, or do you want to just try to struggle?
I struggle initially.
Okay, roll another passion. I'm making you roll up a lot.
Oh no.
You do not break free, and he's like, hey, calm down. And it's your older brother. And he's like, no, okay, shh. And he like kind of pulls you in, closer into the building. He's like, okay, you good? Okay, and then he removes his hand from your mouth, like, sorry. And then those guards walk by.
Not guards.
Now one's on both of them. They don't see shit. They run right by. Completely. They're like, oh, must have been. Can't find him. Okay, let's go back.
There it is. Avoiding the joke.
Must have been the wind. No. But yeah, your brother. He's like, okay. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Oh my god.
What is
Do you know where
hap-
Dad is?
Dad went to look for the others.
Okay. Amazing. Okay. We have to get out of here. Okay.
What about the others? We can't.
Mom took the sis with her. Okay, we can get out. I know Dad will find them. They have a rendezvous point. Okay, like we
Okay.
were going to. Oh gosh, we've had like talks like this before. I'm sorry, and this is your older sibling, so of course they would know about it. He's like, okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna sneak and avoid these raiders. Okay, you have to do what I say. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, and he kind of takes your hand and kind of peeks out, and he starts running. And I want you to roll with focus. One more time.
Alright, that is 1, 7, 8, 7.
Perfect. You are very shaky, and it's very intense, but you guys go undetected as you start to sneak out the back of the village. And he starts, as soon as you break through the building line, he starts running towards these little sled eels as you guys are known to call them. And they're
Sled
like
eels.
sled eels. Yes, they are a mix of dogs and eels. So they can not only run really well on the snow, but they can run really well on water if you have a full team.
Oh wow.
Yep, and they are barking. They're kind of going crazy. And he starts trying to like hook up these sled eels to one of the sleds, and then but it's not long before you hear, "Hey, get them! They're getting away!" And he's only got like 3 sled dogs on there. He picks you up by under your arms, puts you on the sled, slaps one of the dogs and on the rump, and they start running.
I reach out for him. Like,
He doesn't take your hand. Do you want to try and grab him?
I try regardless, screaming his name.
That's
That is
a 3.
3 plus whatever. I don't think any modifier is gonna help that.
I was gonna say passion, but even a +1 won't do it. So that is the last time you saw your brother. And you kind of come back and you're on that fishing boat.
But let's not forget the other guys that
Oh yeah, that's not the last you saw of those raiders. But it is the last time you saw your family.
I explain all of this.
Yeah, you're
and
explaining
I am
it
just
to him.
crying.
Yeah, the merchant looks very sad and very worried that this poor kid got left alone. And he said, "Well, man, I'm sorry, kid. I can take you where I'm going. I'm heading to Ba Sing Se, but I'm taking a stop by, and whenever you can, I need that. But whenever you get,
I've
okay.
got
Cool,
enough
cool,
right
cool.
now. I'll probably steal it back in a minute. Here,
Okay.
but
Yeah, no worries. I just need the map to know where he's going. Oh, well,
right now I'm trying to figure
There's a
out.
rip.
yeah, it's
So right now I'm trying to figure out if like because it looks
Also,
like
holy shit, you're better at this than I thought
Thank
you'd be.
you. I love world building and dramatic
drama.
drama.
You're very good at it. I feel very involved.
Thank you. I'm glad. I am very glad. He's like, yeah, I'm.
Yeah, because right now I'm trying to figure out if like the basic moves have like the learn, practice, and mastery system tied to them, or if that's just for the advanced techniques.
Yeah, perfect. And that's all right.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm heading to the Earth Kingdom. We have a stop. It's just, right by, right here. He's like, so like you're the southern.
Southern.
Yeah, are you southern or northern? Yeah, you're the
No,
southern.
southern.
All right, so this is where you are. This is the little island he's kind of heading to. It's kind of near. I believe it's near Kangaroo Island, or it's closer to the Southern Air Temple, but not. It's directly to the right and in the Earth Kingdom. Not by Whaletail Island or anything like that, which is what I originally thought. Or is it? Never mind, Whaletail Island's not on here. It's most likely Whaletail Island. I'm gonna call it that. He's like, yeah.
Continental drift.
He's like, yeah, there's Whaletail Island is where I'm heading. I know that there's usually like some people that are really kind that can probably take you in. You can stick with me for now if you want. I'm just traveling produce and everything to this event that is going on. It's the what is the stupid event called? Let's see. And he's trying to takes out some papers, kind of rifling through them. He's like, and he's got like a list of merchant locations. He kind of squints at it, takes out some glasses that are clearly like broken, and he's like, looks like it's called the Technology Festival. Yeah, the Technology Festival. It's the techie bullshit, and don't repeat that either. And he's like, yeah, but that they just do some fancy schmancy stuff with they're showing off their, what they created, and they invite bright minds to participate and come join their ranks and all that fun stuff. I think it's just a little pretentious.
It sounds like
Pretentious bullshit. I mean, don't repeat that either.
Which one? Pretentious or bullshit? I mean, well,
That one. There's a bunch of, but the pretentious is kind of. Maybe not repeat that one either. I don't know if I'm using it right. And but he's like, but you can stay here for the journey and until we find a good place for you. There's probably, I know the Northern Water Tribe will definitely take you in. You're from the Southern one, so of course the sister tribes I know I hear are on good terms.
do you think they could help me
I think they could.
help me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Southern.
I'm sure. I can't get you there personally, but I'll at least get you to the next exit, or the next island. But that's
Thank
all I
you.
got. Tai Lung kind of like nuzzles your arm under your arm, resting his head on your lap.
I pet him slowly.
He's like, man, I'd ask about that, but I think that's enough story time for today. And he kind of gets up and he's like, you're welcome to my chambers. I have a hammock there that you can sleep on.
Thank you.
Alright, and he kind of retires to being on deck and he's kind of working on the sails. Alright, Eric, are you ready?
Questions.
Yes, absolutely, I'm ready.
Alright, so, I was trying to figure out first off if, like, the basic moves tied to the, playbook had the learned mastery system. It kinda doesn't look like it. And then for, like, the advanced moves I was skimming through, it looks like we get 2, sort of.
Yes.
It said if campaign, so it's definitely under GM's judgment on that one.
Basic moves, and then
Well, the basic moves are
they're all basic.
collectively available for everyone. I just meant cause I'm talking about the more advanced ones. There's the ones tied to the playbook themselves.
Okay.
And then there's, these ones.
These ones, okay.
Because these ones, it looks like they have a learn, practice, and mastery system tied to them.
Yes.
And I found somewhere that, like, for campaigns, the recommended was, like, 1 mastered, 1 learned.
Yeah, that would be
Right.
perfect.
Just a selection of, hey, you get another skill.
You get another skill,
It's weaker.
but you get another skill.
It's less consistent.
I do?
Yeah, so, for that advanced skill, the healing one, like, so you pick 2 of the skills from, like, waterbending or the advanced stuff. The thing is, one of them's mastered, and, like, you're already proficient, you know how to do this every day of the week.
Yeah.
And then the other is, I can kind of do that.
Yeah, either one. Choose one.
And I also need to put a bit of
Oh
thought
wow,
into
there's a lot of these.
Yeah, here.
I
I'll
do-
give you
also the universal. How do the group ones work? So
the group ones. I think just work as like a team.
it works
So
as
like it's like a situation, like assessing a situation and stuff. It's like we're all going to do this together, like attack as one. I think.
do everyone need it, or is it just like one person has it and they're like, we're doing this?
Yeah,
we're doing
yeah. I think it's just like a suggestion, being like, hey, we're doing this, and they'll be like, okay, we'll make this a group
it. Yeah, okay.
thing.
That's cool. I just wanted to check
So
on
it's
that.
like
so
rather than everyone.
it's like if everyone
Right.
needs it, it's so.
I think it's so
it's
that-
like, dear God.
Yeah, I think it's so that they don't make everyone roll to succeed, and it's just one straight roll to
Okay.
like being like one straight exchange, so that it's not like
Yeah.
every person needs to succeed for this to go right.
Yeah, I was kind of curious because I know Pathfinder has teamwork feats, which are basically get the feat benefit if both people have it.
Oh yeah,
So it's interesting, but not usually good.
yeah, perfect.
Unless you use one of the 2 classes that cheats that other people need it.
Right. And what did I name that fisherman guy, by the way?
You didn't.
Jericho.
Jericho.
Oh, you did. I didn't hear it name.
Jericho.
Uh,
I remember it was like Jerko or something. I was
It
like, oops.
sounded like Jericho, but I think it was Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho. Jericho sounds better.
alright. I didn't
He's
even-
not a jerk, so.
Yeah, Jerko. He likes to think he is. No.
He pretends he's a jerk.
Not when a scared, crying child is involved.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I have a soft spot. No. Tears. My only weakness. Alright. And then Minky and Tai Lung.
Miki.
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 M-I-K-I. I think I was thinking of Mika for some reason.
Mika Hatsune.
And whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
I might need a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
'Cause-
Do you want to pause for a minute? I want to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we can pause.
Yeah,
That sounds
well,
like a great pause
yeah.
point.
Do you want to pause the recording?
Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah.
Probably,
Or,
just
I mean, just stop the
presume
room.
There's a pause
Oh,
button.
now we are.
Perfect. Alright.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And
Did you
then...
enjoy the ads? We totally put them there.
Right? Absolutely. For money that we earn.
Definitely not.
This isn't going on YouTube unless you
No,
want it to.
no.
We're not making
no.
any money out of this. Please,
alright.
Sam.
So now we go back in the clouds, travel, and then we rest our eyes upon the beautiful island of Crescent Island. It's very at the end of the Fire Nation, the very tail tip of it, and zoom in. It's a very lovely palace. A little further inland, and it is very well kept. Most of the tragedies that have befallen the world didn't really benefit anybody, but there are some who made quite the profit in the ashes. And then we zoom in. Would you like to describe your character?
Alright. This is Aiko Zozea. A redheaded mischief scoundrel. Wearing a large white lab coat. A bit too big. And with like aviator goggles on their head.
Amazing. Amazing. He's very... He kind of looks out of place.
Oh, absolutely.
like,
That's the exact point.
Right? He does that on purpose. There are some servants kind of like helping around, making things clean, and then there's one that's like kind of goes in and they're like, Aiko Zozea? Hey, your father would like to speak with you.
Who? Which father is this?
Your father, you know, Lord Naeko Zozea, your father.
Oh, that one. Can you tell him I don't wish to...
Do you have other fathers?
No, can you tell him I don't wish to see him?
He said this is very urgent, and
What I'm hearing is I don't get a choice.
unfortunately not. Neither do I. Neither do I. The matter. He told me actually not to come back unless I wanted to be banished from the palace if I didn't bring you there.
Is that not an option?
Unfortunately not. I really need this job, sir.
Fine.
All right. Oh, thank
It's
you.
like, I don't want to,
You're
but I'm
like-
not going to put you out of a job
Thank
today.
you. Thank you. Million thanks. Aiko. Right this way. And he starts kind of walking down
This
the
is
hall.
a little like the name.
Yeah, and you're like, he's like, ugh. And he kind of walks.
Correct them, but it's not worth the effort.
Right.
I know.
And then he just, while you're walking down the hallway, there's like some paintings beside you, and it's all of your father looking down, and then
Right.
your mom by his side, and then you looking not in those clothes. You are in like a special garb, and
Look,
you
like,
all look miserable.
look.
You all look miserable in
Look.
every photo.
They're-
They're not photos, they're paintings. So
Yeah.
you guys held those like disgruntled looks for those
That
paintings that
misery
entire
was-
time.
that misery was real.
It was real. It was real. And whoever people like question like, oh, were you having that bad of a day? And you're like, no, that's just my father's face.
That
and
was
it,
a default day.
it
That was a
radiates.
normal. That was a good day.
That was a good day. That was a good day. And the servant kind of takes you down, and him and a servant kind of open these like double doors. It like whooshes in, and inside there's your father. He's kind of sitting at his big desk. He's got like a very poofy, like silk chair that's very curly at the ends, and he's like, Aiko, come on in, come in. Close the doors behind him. And
Alright, immediately, where's the escape exit again?
there's a window behind him, but it's kind of
Nowhere else. Nowhere else.
not really. He's like,
I forgot how much I hate
he
this room.
the door is very much locked, or the window's very much locked, and you just know this. I won't make
No,
you
no,
roll for
what
it,
do
you
you
just
mean?
know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It might not be locked today.
That's
It
true.
was the last 5 times, so
Yeah.
it's probably a safe bet.
He's like, all right, son, we need to talk. Would you take a seat? And there's like, the chair in front of his desk is very small, like in comparison to his giant sub chair.
Grab the chair, swerve it 180 degrees, kneel on it.
Just kind of like,
Hey, Dad!
hey, what's up, dude? And he's like, you can tell this just infuriates him. He hates this. And he's like, so.
Oh, absolutely, that's why I'm doing it.
Oh, yes, exactly. And he's like, Aiko, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye. And
Yeah, you're a little tall for that. I mean, it's 2 inches right now.
I don't need more of your bad talk immediately when you see me. Me and your mother have made a decision together.
Together?
Shocking, I know. We agreed to send you somewhere. Okay?
Is this the boarding school you've been talking about?
Yes!
Or was against that?
Oh, yes. We talked it through, but your behavior here in the palace and outside the palace have been unacceptable. We have decided together that this boarding school will be beneficial to you, and it will help you hone in that energy you have.
Hey, so, out of curiosity, what sparked this, I mean, what specifically? Was it
Do
the...
you
was-
want me to get the list? He kind of like...
Was it the, trespassing last week?
He like...
Over on the, Sintoise property?
That is on the list, yes.
Was it the, legal gambling?
What legal game? He's like, this is... And he kind of
Oh,
like...
that one, got it.
No, that one... You're like, ah. He kind of exhales through
Was
his
it
nose.
the mustache on the painting?
That one as well. There's too much. Aiko, there
No,
is so much.
I need to know. What's the...
So much.
We're just pissing this man off.
Exactly. That's my
Now
entire
go-
life skull.
Nikeo is like, he is fuming. Like you can tell that the temperature in the room is just slowly rising as he's like exhaling through his steam through his nose. Not metaphorically, physically. Like you just see little puffs every now and then, and he's just like, okay, but yes, all of it, the trespassing, the gambling, the mustaches, all of it has brought me to the edge. And now you're finally gonna get what you deserve.
Hold on. I thought this was a group decision.
This was a group decision. I just nominated, and I'm the loudest voice. I just advocated for it. But it's a group decision that we have all decided. Okay? And so that is...
Hold on. I didn't decide.
What?
I didn't decide on that.
You don't get a
I didn't
choice.
vote for this.
You don't get a choice. You don't. You have made too many choices. You've made all your choices in the span of the years, the months, and you're like, it's like a sauna in here now.
Hey.
He's like, you know, and he kind of like exhales, and he kind of lets himself seethe, and he just kind of like, he's like, no, this is what he wants. That's kind of going through his head because he knows you so. He thinks he knows you so well. He thinks he knows you. And he's like,
No, he knows how to. He knows that the more I pressure him, the worse it gets.
Yes, exactly. He's like, but despite my
Oh, she didn't go through the
Initial-
She didn't go through with the disown, then I take it.
I wanted to send you straight to the capital boarding school, where they make good soldiers, where they make good men. But your mother only agreed to let you join a boarding school if it was abroad. So you are traveling to the Earth Kingdom.
Interesting.
You will be leaving tonight.
Yeah, there it is.
Tonight.
Like, how fast is he leaving? Because like,
You are
I know
leaving
it's basically now.
Right, yeah. He's like, you are leaving tonight, and that is final. That is final. Your mother and I have decided it. Leave. Leave me. Leave me.
Wait,
Leave me now.
No,
Leave, no,
wait,
leave me
this,
now.
This is a serious question.
Too bad.
What's the boarding school's name?
Right.
Where am I going exactly? This is
Too bad.
actually-
Ask your mother. Go talk with your mother. I do not want to see you anymore.
Good,
Get-
good enough.
Get out! He just starts yelling.
Hey, I was told to leave. I might as well.
And then he like starts patting out some papers on his desk that has caught fire. He's like, fuck! And then you've been ushered out, and you may head to either wherever you...
Step 1. Bigger mustache.
You stop by the painting. The servants kind of like see you, but they just kind of nod. They agree. They're like, we've tried to stop him before. He's not gonna.
I'm the only one that can.
This is the last time. We
I'm
have to
the
clean
only
it.
one that's already on thin.
Right?
I would say ice, but
The ice is
that
melted.
Feels, that feels too tame.
The ice is gone. You are drowning.
I was gonna say I'm on thin ice, but that feels way too tame for this.
You
fight.
are ankle deep, sir. You are neck deep in this man's anger.
Fuck this piranhas.
Buzzers, piranhas. Alright.
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 I
Let's
love
see.
the different
Right,
atmospheres.
right. Your father being so sweet and kind, and then this father being like, flames at the sight of my face! Ah!
Yeah,
Isn't
but
family the most magical thing?
yeah, but to be fair, given how our characters interact with our family, I deserve it.
yeah. It's perfect.
Alright. After bigger mustache, I suppose I do need to talk to my mother. I do want to find out where the hell I'm going.
Alright. And if you want, you can roll for it, or I'll just you can ask around actually, probably just.
Where'd mother go? Hey, so where's mother at? I do need to talk to her.
One of the servants is like, oh, she's in the garden, right this way, and he
Okay,
starts
yep.
to kind of walk you down, leading you there.
Are there turtle ducks in the garden?
There are turtle ducks in the garden.
Oh yeah, turtle eyes.
I just watched Avatar. I know these are a thing in Fire Nation.
Right, and there's in the garden you see your mother sitting by the pond, feeding the turtle ducks, kind of by a cherry blossom tree. The freaking garden's gorgeous. It's an indoor garden, like it's gated off the giant sunroof.
So, is it like the indoor-ish?
Indoor-ish, yeah. Like
where
there's
it's
buildings
where it's
all
like,
around
where
it.
it's like inside the building, but there's like
Yes.
no roof.
There's like a courtyard, yeah. Like, yeah, there's no roof, but it's like all gazebos and
Yeah.
stuff around it. And yeah, there she is, just kind of sitting there, enjoying herself.
Hello.
Oh. Hi, Aiko. Did you speak with your father?
I'm trying to phrase like.
Speak is probably too generous of a
Let's
term.
see. Regret? No. Reluctantly, yes. There we go. That's
Yes,
the word.
I don't blame you. I know you probably have mixed feelings about me agreeing.
No, I'm just curious. Where am I going? Supposed to? He didn't mention.
Of course he did. It's the School of Spirits and Tech, is what I have been told that it's called. It will. I think it would be good for you to hone your little, your hobby of.
Like which hobby, but not actually.
Right?
speaking.
You're like thinking it. You're like.
Look, with my father, I can list off my war crimes.
You're like, you're with your mom. You actually try to hide it.
I'm not going to. Let's just say I'm not trying to get myself vindicated from her faster.
Right? She's like, listen, I think this will be good for you. It's an Earth Kingdom it's an Earth Kingdom boarding school. They're not as, I know that they're strict, but it will be good for you. I think, she kind of loses, like, she doesn't have the words. She doesn't have, you can see that she looks really tired, and it's not, she's like, it's not you, it's, I don't think this is where
The best way to basically saying it's not really you. I hope.
She's trying to be so nice. Like, this woman is too kind for. She's too good for your father for sure. But she's very much like she's saying I wish that I could provide a better home for you, but I feel that this is not where you will thrive the most. And I want to give you a better chance than this. I know about some of your endeavors.
Well, of course you do. They're public.
Yeah, very, very much so. And Aiko, I know you're better than this. I know that there is some good inside you, and I know that you're just waiting to break free and.
Just confused.
She's like coming up with like different metaphors. She's like, my sweet son, I know this will be good for you, and I wish that I could have done more. And I'm sorry that I didn't advocate for you when there was probably moments where I should have.
Why now?
Why now? It's been. Your father's reached a tipping point. He is probably the most public figure at the height of his career now than ever, and he can't afford.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's unveiling the prototype. I think it was this.
Yes, the prototype. It's going to be a big start. It's going to be. That's happening tomorrow. I know you've heard about it, but he can't afford. We can't afford another incident. You understand? Do you understand?
What type of incident was he referring to? Do you know? Just standard. Pinpoint this specifically for me to make it bigger.
I will say he can't afford another scandal, another
Embarrassment.
No, I wouldn't use the word embarrassment. No, we just can't have another dishonorable incident envelop the family name.
Isn't that what embarrassment means?
No. she's like trying. You can clearly say that she did mean embarrassment, but like she's trying so hard to spare someone's feelings for the savage shit she's spilling. She's like, yeah, but we will pick you up. A boat will come by in the morning. I know tonight you are to be heading down to the boat, and then the boat will leave the wee hours of the morning, and it will be a good day. It will be better. Things will get better, of course. And she kind of takes her hand and kind of like pats it. Like, she's like, it will be so good for you, and it'll be so good for. It'll be good for you. She's like nodding. It's like she's been saying this over and over again, but she's like trying to convince herself, kind of it. Is there any other questions you have about the school, or?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay.
Turns around and leaves.
Oh, bye. I love you. She kind of sighs and goes back to feeding her turtle ducks, and she's like, that went well.
As well as it could, to be honest.
Better than what your dad you talked about. Alright, you head back to where? Or what do you do?
I don't know. I guess I'll just wander the house for a little bit.
Okay. Give me a roll with focus.
Yep. It's 11.
11, awesome. As you're roaming kind of the halls, you notice that the vault is still being very, very protected, but some things are going, more things are being delivered to the vault as you kind of like look over, and one of them being the prototype that we had spoken about.
Yes, Father's lab.
Yep, the vault, and you see like one of the security guards is new as well.
Step Chapter 2, the incident.
The incident. Amazing. Do you go to sleep or do you kind of?
Well, let's see. So let's recap with the boat. So when I'm supposed to leave. The general plan is I'm to be escorted to the boat tonight.
Very late.
And leave in the morning.
In the very early morning.
Yeah, alright, so I'm not sleeping anyway. Step 1, grab some coffee or tea.
Very strong brewed tea.
Very caffeinated tea.
It's like called bean tea. It's like the coffee equivalent.
Bean tea.
Bean
Got
tea.
it.
Grab some bean
Developing
tea.
an addiction at an early age.
Amazing. Amazing. And then...
Alright, let's see. How do we want to do this? So we got the ball, we got a new guard.
You want to get the mic closer?
It is still...
I don't know how well both picks up Eric or not. So
Boop.
yeah, let's put it in the middle.
There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty cinch.
I'll just put it there.
Yeah, it's just my
That's fine.
thoughts.
Bup, bup, bup.
Alright.
Da-da.
So do we know the general layout of the vault, or is it just kind of like?
Oh yeah, you've lived your whole life here in this palace. You know the vault is very secure, but there's vents. There's possibly some strange ceiling tiles that are loosened.
Okay, so there's a couple unusual vent ceiling systems above it that could be used.
There's also a very new guard.
Yes, the new guard.
Probably doesn't know your reputation.
Depends.
Sure.
That might depend.
Do you want to take that
on-
risk? Yeah.
That depends on where he's from.
Yeah, very true.
Alright, so we've got a new guard. Is it just the one guard, or is it usually like 2 stations?
It's usually just one for this specific vault.
Okay, so for this vault, it's typically only one. It doesn't need to be
Good.
that high security. It's already within the house itself.
The house itself, yep.
Alright.
Good. Good. Evil hands.
him.
Kill.
Kill him.
Kill.
What are you talking about? I don't need to murder.
Not yet. No.
Alright.
The murder. The gang commits a murder. Amazing.
Let's start with the guard. You're like, good morning. You look
good morning.
unfamiliar?
Oh yes, I'm Shen Yu. I'm the new guard. You must be Aiko. Yes, you're the son of the.
No, I am Archimedes Hong, mad inventor.
Archimedes. Okay. Hi. What are you doing in the count?
Well, you see, naturally, I'm. What was my father's name?
Nikeo.
Nikhail?
Nikeo.
Yes. I came to visit a friend, Nikhail. He mentioned a new project he was working on, and I came to see it for myself.
Roll harmony.
You're a small
Oh,
child.
God.
I think he's gonna fall for this.
Or if you want, you can also roll either harmony or creativity.
Let's go with creativity. I'm lying to my teeth. I know
Cool.
this is bullshit.
Cool.
I'm not.
8.
I'm not a child.
8?
I'm just
All right.
vertically
He
challenged.
looks very suspicious, but he is like, I don't think I'm allowed to let you in without an escort, but I can escort you in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works fine.
Okay. Oh, perfect. All right. And he kind of opens the gate, but he kind of like walks with you right beside you.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
He's like, yeah.
And take a bit to like actually look around the room. I don't get to be in here as often as I would like.
Yeah. Inside the room, you walk into this vault, and it is very much like a lab. Like, it is certainly where your father tinkers with the most of his items. He has blueprints plastered to the wall, very much like a lot of loose ends and bits and bobs on the corners slew around. There's papers kind of on the desk, like scrapped pieces. There's a bunch of crumpled up pieces as well. And then in the middle, it appears to be the prototype. Did you have an idea for the prototype, or can I? All right.
All I know is it's a cool invention that my father's unveiling. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, it's got a big tarp over it. But as you kind of walk in and
this is his unveiling, I'm assuming?
Yes, yeah, this is it. This is what he's going to be unveiling tomorrow.
Would you mind if we
we
lifted the harp open?
we can look. Yes.
Yeah,
And he kind of takes it off, and inside it looks like something that would go on an arm, and it looks like it's like a cannon almost, but inside there seems to be like a hook. So it looks almost like
Man's really building a Mega Buster.
So it's basically like a circular thing. Like it looks like it should wrap around the arm. It's got the hook inside it.
Yep.
Does it have like anything else, or is it?
He's like, I know it's powered by gunpowder and oh gosh, I couldn't tell you. I'm
Yes.
very much not on the mind level of that man.
Yes. The gunpowder and the reaction. And bullshit science.
Yeah, you're like bullshitting science. Roll another harmony for me.
Bullshit science.
Bullshit science, go.
4.
He does not think you know what you're talking about.
But does it
He's
matter?
he's like, are you sure? Like, I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'll roll against you just to see how much he actually
does this guy
knows.
actually have competence?
5. What'd you roll?
I rolled 4, so he might probably knows I'm bullshitting, but like not enough to
Yeah.
like counterpoint. No, actually, you dumbass.
Right, actually.
This
I
char's
wasn't
a nerd
recruited for
too.
my guard purposes.
Let me see real quick. Trying to think what I roll for him, because I would roll. Ah, here we go. You get a -1. So he's like on the exact same level of bullshit as you, so he cannot, for the life of him, prove you wrong, but he knows you're not right.
Look, all I need is the can't prove me wrong.
Right?
part.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, okay, alright. But yeah, this is for tomorrow. Like, we still got to make sure it's all nice. And he starts putting the tarp back on.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Right, and then he starts walking, or escorting you out, like, waiting
Yes.
for you.
I do take like a quick glance around the room again, but...
Yeah. Roll with focus.
And then 10.
10. Perfect. Alright, you notice that there's a loose panel in, like, the top right corner.
Yes, good. You see, my plan was to get information, not to actually get in once the guy
Perfect.
was like, yeah, you need to escort.
You need to leave. You need to leave! Yeah, there's very much a loose panel in the top right corner of the ceiling tiles. There are no visible windows. There is that, but you also see a little jingling of keys at the guard's side. And as he starts to escort you out.
So hold on. So he's got the keys. There's you mentioned there's loose paneling up on
Yeah,
the floor.
different options.
Yeah, I was just trying to measure. Like, I kind of was thinking different options. I was trying to figure out if the keys could be useful elsewhere or not.
Fair.
but-
It is a ring of keys,
Yeah,
but
I
it's only
figured-
like 3.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't too much. I was just trying to think. Like, there's probably one for the main door, a couple for somewhere else.
Bathroom. Bathroom key.
Bathroom
Car
key.
keys.
Car keys. That's all 3 keys. The bathroom
medieval
key is both with the lab and the bathroom.
The keys that just lead to the freaking basilisk thing.
Jeez. Yeah, I was like, is there a way I could get to the vent system with the keys? Probably not. It's probably accessible anyway.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
Don't need those. Yeah.
Look, it's stistealing the keys is an option, but it's also a risk.
A risk, very
I
much
don't
so.
need to take.
Very much so.
But
Alright.
we do love gambling.
Let's see. Well, the problem is my plan. I already have a different approach plan. Like, I think going through front door of the vault, well, less of a problem if no one's there. I think the guard's pretty much always going to be there.
True. All right. So he escorts you out,
I
and
escort you out, and I thank
Sorry.
you. All right, and thank you for the prior demonstration.
of course, yeah, best I could do. And he kind of closes the doors behind him and locks it. All right. He's like, all right,
All right.
have a good one, Mr. Archimedes.
Yes, thank you.
You're like, oh,
Got him.
got him. Hook, line, and sinker.
All right. All right. Next, we gotta wait a little bit. Can't exactly do my heist right now.
Yeah. Wait in your room or
Let's see.
sort of around.
Now we gotta go commit minor crimes on the streets real quick.
Minor crimes.
Minor.
You go to the doors and the guards are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're on." We were told kind of specifically to not let you out.
Why not? I can't have a night on the town.
Unfortunately
Evening
not.
on the town.
Unfortunately not. We are under strict orders that we cannot let you out by any circumstances of the palace. The palace's walls. Oh, excuse me.
On whose authority?
Oh, your father's Nikeo.
Had to ask.
You're like, aha! You're like, why am I not surprised?
It's like,
Y'all can't hear me yelling?
Nope.
These are for you.
Ooh,
That's
thank
your
you.
dip.
Yum.
Or you guys don't get any.
Thank you. Appreciate
Very
it.
hot.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it's got mayonnaise in it. I
Piper's
know
the
you can't
kid.
have that. Sorry.
We have the
Why don't y'all open up the freaking window? Aren't you hot?
Oh, but.
What do you think? It turned out pretty good.
Oh,
It's
open the
really
window.
good. I love it.
I forgot I was heating that up. I'm like, oh crap.
Thank you.
Yeah, open up the window.
Wait, you can see the
All right,
bunnies.
dinner will be ready
Oh,
about
cool.
30 minutes or less.
Perfect.
Oh,
Like
is the
right
bunny?
over there.
Is the bunny out there?
Two of them.
Oh, show Eric if you can get over there, huh? Two of them. We have little baby bunnies. They're so cute.
somewhere.
They're right down there by the deck.
Ow.
Oh, I see one.
There's
Oh,
two
he's
of
right
them.
on the bottom.
They're right by the deck. Right by the wooden thing.
I can do it there. I'm
You
gonna
see it.
1 second. I can't see anything, so I'm trying to figure out. Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah, I just had like weird angles from where I was
Yeah,
looking
no,
at, so I was just like bending over.
Little rabbits.
Fun buttons.
So that's
Ugh.
fun. I'm curious how our characters are going to interact. I don't think I don't
All
know.
right.
I feel like it's not
So
going to
you
end
try
well.
and do a heist?
Well, alright, I guess I can't easily leave the palace, so
You just want to wait.
just do it in my room for an hour.
All right. Sit in your room for an hour, and
Alright,
time passes.
alright. Now or never.
All right. Give me a
right.
roll.
So, the general plan is to sneak in through the vents into the vault itself. Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
So, the prototype, the hook, did it look like it just fired a hook straight out, or does it have anything attached to it?
It looks like it had just either a hook, or it looked like it had options to be like changed out. So like it
So you could swap it to other
Could swap it to
features, I assume?
Yep,
But I don't know what any of them are.
right. You have to kind of grab it and play with it to see,
Okay, so...
or watch the unveiling tomorrow, which you can't do.
Oh, we're watching the veiling tomorrow, which you will not be attending.
Which you not be attending per Nikao's
Orders.
orders. Yep, he saw to it.
Alright. Are there any other inventions in the workshop you can make notable, or...
There's like a spyglass you can see, some sort of, that you saw, or,
Yeah,
and,
like it's all from prior knowledge.
Yeah.
Anything that happened in like the past 2 hours would be like, nope, no clue.
yeah, right, it's sort of, like, the main thing you saw was the spyglass and the main
prototype.
main prototype. There's like little bits and bobs, but they're like half finished.
Alright, yep. Alright, so, step 1, into the vents.
Alright,
Or
roll
yes.
for focus.
I'm able to move out of my room and around the castle.
Yeah,
so pretty
yeah.
Alright, wanted to make sure.
Yep, you're all good.
Wanted to make sure the orders didn't get stricter.
Right?
That's a 5.
A 5? Alright. You kind of struggle to, like, even reach the vents. Like,
That was
it's kind of
higher up than I remember.
Yeah, so you're, like, trying to jump up, and you could either mark a fatigue, or you can, skip it.
Like, ignore the
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
I don't need fatigue for anything later.
Alright.
Let's go.
You get mark and fatigue,
Alright.
and you can have a max of 5 fatigue, I believe.
Yeah, it was 5.
Cool.
After 5, you have to start taking, like, conditions or alternate options.
Yeah. Perfect. Alright. You mark a fatigue, you struggle to get up there, but then you kind of muscle your way
I'm
up.
like, trip floor, grab a footstool.
Grab like a little futon that's in the corner, and
Yeah,
you
just
like
grab, like, a futon, pull it out, step on it, and like, oh, that's right.
you're like, oh yeah, and then you muscle your way through, and you're going through. All right,
Alright.
and then roll another focus, just to make sure that you come out the right.
8.
8. Okay.
Okay, yes, I should be here.
All right. You just kind of pop it open, or
Is it like cracked open a bit, or?
yeah, it's still cracked.
I need to take a quick look, make sure no one's actually actively in there.
Alright, you peer in. It looks pretty barren. Like there's still dark and very.
All right, good enough.
All right.
Look, as long as I don't see anyone from the crack, and I don't think I'm gonna see any more than that.
All right. You go down. And then what do?
Quietly slide down the wall if I can.
Yep. All right. Roll real quick. One more harmony or one more.
Stealth, whatever.
Let's do another focus, cause
Good thing I put my bonus in
I
focus.
know, right?
7.
7. All right. You make a little bit of noise.
Yeah.
You kind of like trip over like a little. And then
Yep.
you start hearing the door unlock.
Quick. It's dark in here, you said? Is there any, like, fabric?
Oh
yes, the tarp.
The tarp. Yep. You go under the
under the tarp.
Under the tarp. All right. Roll again for harmony this time.
Harmony. Oh god.
Ooh.
7.
All right. 7. Oh god.
What?
Oh my god. My goodness. 4. 5. So you hide under the tarp. One of the guards opens it and kind of like, he doesn't have a flashlight, he has a lantern, and he's kind of like looking around, kind of squints,
Look at the floor.
walks in, shrugs, goes back out, locks the door. Everything looks in
So it
order.
sounds like
Nothing has been stolen,
so
so he
the light leaves my vision. It sounds like the door closed.
like you
yeah.
hear the lock again.
All right. I think should have brought a light myself.
Yeah, right.
All right.
You're like, my eyes have adjusted.
Oh, I should know.
That's probably why you made noise.
I should know. I didn't mention it earlier, but I did
Yeah.
plan to being like a bag or some
Okay,
sort.
yeah. We can assume that's on your person.
Yeah. Like knapsack. I
Yeah.
mean, my intent was to have a storage device.
Perfect,
Of some
yeah,
sort.
yeah.
Backpack.
I'll
I
let
think
you
knapsack
carry.
Looks cool, but
I'll let you carry that.
it might be relevant later.
Right.
Getting
Ooh.
in, it's not a problem.
Yeah, getting it. Yeah, perfect. All right.
All right. Step 1. Let's just grab some of the unfinished trinkets and just stuff them in
All right.
bag.
Just.
Yep.
All right.
Miscellaneous unfinished baubles.
Baubles, perfect. Add baubles to your inventory if you want to. No, I can give you another piece of paper if you want for like inventory purposes. Oh, there you go. Other
yeah.
page, other side.
Baubles.
Baubles, perfect.
Bubbles.
I'll give you like 7 of them.
Baubles. X7. They have 7 different effects. I don't know what any of them do.
Right? You're like, baubles, perfect. Little trinkets. My trinkets for my trinkets. What's going on? Alright, awesome.
Alright. Let's mess with that spyglass.
Alright. You start kind of looking through it.
Well-
You can see things that are closer and farther away on one end than the other. And it folds
Other way
up.
around.
Right? You're looking at it, you're like, oh, well, things look far away. And then you can shrink it as well. Like, it does a little mechanism that makes it go collapsible.
I don't know how this works, but cool.
You're like, nice.
Stash.
Add it to the stash. Come on and slide.
Spyglass.
Welcome to the Space Jam.
Alright.
Exactly.
Oh wait, prototype. What's the real star of the show now?
All right. You
Okay.
grab that.
Okay, let's see. How does this work? Well, no, left arm. Don't need that as much.
Right, there you go. Put it on your left arm.
Like,
Don't think about it.
I'm guessing there's like straps.
Yep, there's
Alright.
straps, like leather straps. And you found out that there is a compartment that you can flip it and have access to your arm, but it just kind of like...
Okay, so like it
Flips
goes.
up.
So like it goes over
Yeah,
my hand.
it goes
arm.
over your arm, and then it has like a little latch that can like...
Like so I can pull the like actual part back.
Yep.
I need my hand to function.
Yep, you can, if you need to like type or something, or grab, fiddle with something.
Use the hand for thief.
Thief hand. 2 thief hands. But it's just a little bulky on your
There's
arm
a what?
itself.
There's a what?
It's still a little bulky on your arm.
Oh
still.
yeah, now it's big. All right.
Like not super big, but like decent size.
Okay. Well, this looks like it fires. Is on that hook question, can I actually examine the item? I'm kinda-
Yeah, roll, harmony.
Oh boy, this will be fun. 6.
Alright, 6. You can't quite see in there.
Right.
It's a little too dark in the room still.
Well, I can make a... Well, time to gamble.
Time to gamble? Alright, what do you do?
Well, I... Some gunpowder. I'm trying to figure out how to activate it.
Oh, roll, for... Let's say passion.
9.
You activate it, and it
Well, that was...
shoots out and goes... And it hits the wall, the ceiling, kind of holds onto it, and you have, like, a little grappling effect. And then you hear the keys kind of go... Like,
Climb.
you climb the...
Climb. Now. How close... Where's the... Where's the vent I dropped?
Are you trying to escape?
Yes. Is it near or close?
It's pretty close. It's like it's not a super you can see where you came out, so it's not like oh. Alright, roll for focus.
7.
Alright.
Not
The
7.
guard opens. This is actually a little more than 7. The guard opens the door, he goes, "Hey! Mr. Archimedes, what are you doing here?" You're like hanging from the ceiling.
Ah. Good evening.
Mr. Archimedes.
There's a thief in here! And he starts to go towards you.
Resume climbing.
Resume
I don't think there's
climbing?
another
Alright.
option.
Roll focus.
6.
That's a 3. So you climb up, manage to climb up inside.
Look,
And this guy, yours like a whoosh of fire as he tries to hit you.
shit.
You're like,
Not that.
but you make it into the vent.
Alright. Trying to figure out game plan because I could stay in the vent, but that doesn't work long term.
He's in the vents!
Unless I want to live in the vents.
Right.
Never mind. He's in the vents. Never mind.
You're like, that's not.
Just live
Is
in
that
the
an
vents.
option?
I could just live in the events forever. No, he's in the vents. Never mind. Okay. Game plan. Okay. Let's see. How useful is it to keep? I'm trying to think about ditching the prototype because,
Right?
like,
You can throw it at him. It's up to you. He's like trying to chase you.
well, how heavy is the prototype feel? Because I know it's kind of bulky. But,
Not like you can still move and maneuver. Like it's not like it's gonna impair you in any way. It's just very noticeably on your arm.
yeah.
They can see it on your person, but it's not going to be like
Alright.
impairing you.
All right. The more important part: how long did it how difficult are the straps to remove? Was it
Not hard. Like you just take a moment.
Okay, cool. Don't need this on my arm anymore. That's a
Alright.
bit stash.
Now I'm going to 6, 7, 8. You hear the guy trying to get into the vent
Oh god.
after you. This guy's like, "Hey, come back here!"
Nope.
He's very big though, so it's not gonna be
Alright.
easy for
You're
him.
right. no.
You see, he's new here. I know these vents.
Yeah, I know these things. All right, roll focus and roll with an extra +1.
That is a 7, I think. No, 6.
An extra
6.
+1.
Yeah, an extra
6.
+1, so 6.
6.
All right, you find you're crawling through. Unfortunately for you, while you do know these vents, one of them is a little bit older, and you haven't been crawling in these vents for a while.
Yeah.
So you're a little taller than you used to be, and a little heavier than you used to be, and you hear a creaking.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Is it...
There
it is.
Take 1 fatigue.
Yeah.
As you break through the vents, and you look around, and you're in your dad's office.
With or without my dad?
Without your dad. Your dad's probably
oh, God.
asleep.
Oh, good. That's good. That's
Yeah, one of those scenarios is
Well, very much
look,
on your dad's
Look,
desk.
look, on my dad's desk is problematic enough. With my dad right there is death.
Death. I'm like, I'm doomed. But yeah.
Okay, well, there's one exit from this room.
You take the window?
Like I said, there's one exit from this room.
What do you do?
Well, no. Let's see. They've already yes, break the window.
Break the window. You
I've got, I assume it's metal.
roll.
I assume the arm's like metal.
Yeah, yeah. And so you're very loud, very obvious. Hey! Like, different cards start, you hear running.
How far was it to the floor? I forgot.
There is a little bit of a drop, but there is a tree.
That's right. That's right.
Right. Roll,
Okay.
out. Or if you want to.
Step one. This seemed like it. How did it activate? Do I have a vague idea? Or...
Yeah, you could try.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind for emergency backup.
Perfect.
Step one, jump to the tree. I should be able to make it.
Alright, roll
Right?
focus.
Right?
Right? Or
I
actually,
like how you do things
yeah.
in different steps.
4, 5. Alright. You grab a branch and it breaks on you.
Yep, that's why I was concerned.
And you land on the floor, take another fatigue.
Quick question, was it my backup? I did have the backup plan of fire.
Oh yeah.
Attempt.
Yeah, as you're falling,
Just
you can
hit the tree anyway.
roll, but make it a -1 and roll with passion.
Okay. Yeah, -1 makes sense. I
Right.
still barely know how this
Now you're like,
works.
I think that's a 2.
Assuming that's a
Okay,
2,
yeah.
then 7.
7 -1.
Plus 1.
Plus
7.
1. Oh, perfect. So 7. You
Well, does it hit the tree or
it
nothing?
hits the tree. You still take 1 fatigue. I was gonna give you 2 fatigue for that fall, but you like hook on it and kind of
Don't
hit
need
the
to die
tree. You're like,
today.
But you only take 1 fatigue rather than 2. Yeesh. How many fatigues do you have?
3.
3. Okay.
It's not 5 yet.
Right. All right.
Okay. Let's see.
And here, kind of like
So,
goes running.
All right. How well? Let's see. What are some of my common places in the town? Where can I go? Let's
Common
see.
places in the town.
That alley. No, that one was found out. Let's see. The gambling den. No, father knows about it. You have a specific role you want, or
Yeah, you can roll for harmony, or actually,
you got creativity? Focus?
let's roll creativity this time because
Yeah, I suppose
creativity.
it's fair. I need.
Yeah,
a new
you
one.
gotta be creative.
I need a new one.
You're like,
All the old ones don't work.
right?
9.
9. All right, you remember that there is the boat. That
The
is
boat I'm going on. Yes.
Go. Cool. There's the boat you're going on, which is not ready yet, but that means
Is
that
it
there's
docked?
it's docked.
That's all it needs.
It is docked. There's no one quite ready to
It should
sail the ship, but there are different fishermen on the dock,
All right.
different boatmen.
To the docks.
You go to the docks. All right. You run down there. You see on this beach, it's very lovely. It's very late at night, but it's a full moon, so you can see a little better than in your dad's workshop. You see that there is.
Wait, it's a full moon. That means I'm very strong right
right?
now.
Yeah, you would be.
You have
God
God
mode.
mode in
God
the
mode.
tutorial.
Absolutely.
In the tutorial.
In the tutorial, you have God mode. And you see that the ship that they have set you up with is a nobleman's ship. It is not like a sailboat, like a rinky-dink, like the one you were
Good. They
caught a
at least
ride
ar-
on.
They at least arrange decent.
Yep, there's
travel.
decent thing, and it has a crew on it. They're probably all asleep, but there is your quarters is on that ship.
Oh, I've already been there.
They have you don't know precisely which room it is, but there is.
Well, I can tell this wasn't father's decision.
Right, yeah. You're like, if it was my father's decision, I'd be sleeping on the floor. It was definitely, your mom definitely had to, like,
No,
A
no,
say.
no. He has decent human rights.
she's like, bitch, we're rich. Like,
We're
get
rich.
your
We can
son
at least- we can at least
get your son a
afford the-
room.
We can at least get decent transport.
Right? Yeah, but it's very much like, still docked and still there.
Alright, so it's docked. There's a couple rooms, and one of these should be mine. How many rooms are there that, like, at least...
There's, like, it's not too many. Like, yours is very clearly has the family crest on it, though. So it's very, very clearly yours.
That, never mind. I don't...
You're like, oh.
Oh.
Which one was that mine? What's your family crest look like, though?
I don't know. I didn't bring it up.
Okay.
I kind of forgot that'd be a thing.
Because I was thinking of a turtle duck.
Yeah, it could be.
Like, yeah.
I'll probably
Yeah,
hammer that
that
out
way,
a little
alright.
bit.
We'll decide that later. But yeah, it has your family crest on it, and it's...
Put
Yeah.
crest mostly as a note.
Nope, yeah. And yeah,
Alright.
you make
Alright.
your way in there.
Open room. Alright, it's got, like, bed, I'm guessing, a couple
Yeah.
other general furnishings.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the obvious under the bed, but is that too obvious? Are there any drawers?
Right, trying to find a hiding place for it.
Oh, I'm putting it's a stash. It's the proper
Perfect.
term.
Do you want to roll for your stash, or do you want to just kind of...
Let's roll just as a kind of...
Alright,
rolling
roll
dice is-
creativity
Because
again.
rolling dice is fun. 10.
10. You find a loose
Ah,
floorboard.
Yes, well, under the sheet creak. That's better.
You're like, So you kind of store it in there, all the little baubles, kind of stomp it in, make sure it's
Stomp.
put in there. Alright, and
Right.
then you have successfully robbed your family. Congratulations.
There's a rug. Perfect.
Yeah, you put the rug over it. Perfect.
I'm sure there are good people in the world.
I can't wait to meet good people out there.
That just reminds me of the, like, posting on the internet. Hello, everyone. Die.
Die. And it
What
makes
a
me think of
wonderful-
Lilo and Stitch, like, bring me an angel. The nicest angel you got.
Satan incarnate.
Perfect.
That's
Oh,
pretty
man.
much what we... Oh, I think I sat on these.
Oh, that's okay. That's alright.
Oh,
Alright, so
gold.
Aiko, you...
Great. Cool. The robbery is complete.
Where do you go? Do you want to stay at your quarters, or do you want to go back?
To be escorted back, I need to. Staying here is a little too suspicious.
Yeah, fair.
Well, I guess I could, but the reason I'm stashing is I trust it'll be fine for 2 hours.
Right? Perfect. So you head back, do you, try to sneak back in your window?
No.
No.
I'm going to just knock on the front door.
You knock on the door. Everyone is awake. They probably checked your quarters first and saw you were gone, and they're
Well, of
like,
course I'm
motherfucker.
Of course I'm gone.
And then they're like,
Why are you surprised?
one of the guards opens the door and is like, Aiko, we were looking. Oh, what?
Smug-ass, muggest
I-
look on my
alright.
face. just
Everyone's awake, but everyone's like in their like nightgowns and stuff. Your father especially. He has one of those like robes.
Fire Nation soldiers have
The-
bunny slippers.
Right? Most of the guards are like actually in armor, but the ones that usually do like the day shift, they're like, huh, what? Because they kind of got woken up being like, hey, we had a robbery, do your job. And they're like, oh, okay.
I actually have to do something for
It's
once.
like squeaking as they walk, like
like...
they have like hamster bunny slippers.
Hamster bunny slippers.
And your father is immediately like, you! Where is it?
Huh?
Where is the prototype?
I thought it was in the what?
You
did you like the window?
and he is like seething. He is so upset, and he's like, search him, search his room, search everything, search everywhere. And he is going to send multiple guards to search.
What, can't a guy have a night in town?
He's like, not if it's you!
A little
6, 9,
gambling is
6.
gambling is a respectable hobby.
Alright, none of them beat a 10. So, all these guards start searching, they start looking through your stuff, they look through, like, your stuff, they pat you down.
The part
It's
that-
like a whole
the part- so here's
investigation.
the thing, the parts that really piss him off, I'm being perfectly compliant with all
Yeah,
of it.
oh yeah, and it just makes him so mad. He is, like, seething,
What?
and he's like, that boy has so much nerve You just had to spite me for one final time.
What? Yes, I did.
But
yes,
you
I know,
will not get the last laugh.
Oh yes, no, I know the window. Great. Did she take the mustache too?
Nice.
want
You think you are so clever, and you think you are so above it all.
What do you mean?
But
I am
you will. The funniest thing
What do
is
you
that
mean?
you will.
What do you mean? I am better than you.
The funniest thing. You know what? You can say all this, but this is all you will be. Just a petty thief and a petty child. Ungrateful. Disobedient. You're not my son. And he walks out.
Glad to know you're proud of me.
And he walks out as you're like laughing, and you are sentenced to your bed with guards all through
24/7.
24/7 guard, but you're just kind of smiling to yourself knowing he's still searching. He's still like he has
Here's
guards
the best part.
24/7.
They can't actually prove. So far, they can't actually prove I
Oh
did anything.
no, not at all. Not at all. Not
They're
remotely.
looking for Archimedes.
Okay, to be fair,
They're looking for Archimedes. That one guard is looking for Archimedes. Everyone else is looking for like what? They're like,
everyone, no, you see, the one guard's looking for Archimedes because that's the name I gave. The biggest fail better safe is if he actually figures out my. That's me.
right, yeah. And so everyone's just kind of looking through the vents. They've completely ransacked the palace, just like, or not the palace, but the mansion, just looking for this artifact. It was very smart of you to put it on the ship because they
Well, that's the
don't
exact,
search
that
the
was
ship.
the exact thing. I can't. If I put it anywhere in the castle, it's found.
It's found. Yeah, exactly. It is found immediately, and no one rolled above the 10, so no one thought to check the ship as well. And so you spend the rest of this evening just smiling and living your best life.
Living my best life.
Living
Being
your
a
best life.
disappointment to my family.
Right, you're like, this is what I wanted.
This is all I've ever wanted.
And then in the very, very early morning, it's like 4 a.m. Like 4:30.
Have
And then
not slept at all.
no, not at all.
None
No,
of
no
that.
one has. No one has.
I am a influence.
Like not by their choice, just by being forced to like search everywhere, and
Yeah.
everyone's miserable and like you're being escorted by like 6 guards on either side of you, and he's
Time to leave.
your father doesn't show up to say bye, of course, but neither does your mom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your mom doesn't either. And you are dusting off your hands, and you go back on the ship, and they escort you all the way to your room.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
I know.
and
They're
then-
not taking chances.
Right, no. And they walk you in, push you in.
Let me guess. They go in. They like open all the drawers, open up the beds. for
Right.
good measure.
They don't, surprisingly, but because I'm assuming you left everything as it was.
Mostly. There's still the rug. but
Right? Yeah.
That's a rug.
But then, yeah, exactly.
Plus, it looks better there.
It's better there, exactly. And they kind of like glance around, of course. They like look with their eyes, and then they close the door behind you and lock it.
I can't be tried for crimes that have no evidence.
Exactly. All right, and you are on your way to Whaletail Island.
But I can disappoint everyone along the
you're
way.
like, yeah. All right. Heck yeah.
And
I
it's-
think that's the opening for your character.
Do we get to meet?
I probably do Carlton's intro, and then
So
Maybe
we
guys-
stop there.
I think that's a
Yeah,
good
probably
place to
good
stop.
for ending.
All right. This was the Avatar campaign.
Avatar campaign
Prologue.
prologue. This is
Part 1 and 2.
the part .5.
We'll see you.
Bye.